Calgary Stampede went into one paddock and up towards it.
Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here, and today I'm heading out to Essex. Yes, I can't do Hadley anymore. I haven't took me Hadley drug today, so I'm off to Essex. Where I'm going to go in Essex, I have no idea. But we're going to Essex. But for today, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about motorbikes. Yes, it's something I don't do much, but it's something that I've noticed over the several years now, and I think it's getting worse. And let me start right at the beginning. When I was a lad being brought up on a council estate in Ipswich, when I left school at 16, the first thing I wanted was a scooter. Yes, a Lambretta. And all my mates wanted Lambrettas, and we all got Lambrettas, and there was a little smidgen of Vespas in there as well, you know. So there was a little smidgen of Vespas in there. I'll get that out properly. So after that, I progressed to a motorbike straight away. I think I only had a scooter for about a year, and then I progressed to a motorbike. So when I get up the road here, when it's a little bit slower, I'll carry on. So see you in a bit. Right, we got down to a little 31-hour stretch, quite long, but I can finish up where I'm going with this motorbike stuff. So yeah, when I left school, like I said, I got a Lambretta. Then a year later I got a motorbike, and I've had a motorbike ever since. All those years I've ridden a motorbike. Now, how can I explain this? I don't know, out of all my mates, because I've lost contact with them now over the years, how many of them are riding a motorbike. I really don't know. But I wouldn't have thought that would be many, if any. I was probably the only one. Because I think I had the bug, you know, the motorbike bug. But the other day I went to the Kesgrove Bell bike meet, and I noticed the ages of the bikers and the biker ladies there, and I thought, not being funny, we're all old fuddies. There's a lot of older people here, you know, old boys on holidays and blokes in their 50s and 40s. Then I looked round and thought, where's all the young riders? And there was some, to be fair, there was some, but not many at all. And I thought, what's happened to the motorbiking? When I was a kid, everybody wanted one. So, what's gone wrong? What has actually gone wrong? Now, I've looked at it this week a little bit, and I've watched one or two vlogs on different things. And it seems to me there's certain barriers put in to riding a motorbike. Some of it is to do with how you get into motorbiking through the test system, and it looks to me like it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and expensive as well, very expensive. And if you're a kid and you've started work and you've got a few pennies, is it not better to go down the route of getting a car first? And once you've got the car, you don't think about a bike anymore. But like when I was a kid, a car was out of the question. A bike was, and we got our bikes and we kept to them. But today they can't. So have they made it so hard to get into the biking scene that they're choking off young potential bikers? And I think they have, and I think it's done on purpose as well. They don't want you on the road. In fact, they don't want nobody on the road, but we won't go down that road. So I think that makes it hard. And the other thing is, if you look, the government have put so many restrictions on manufacturers for the admissions. A lot of these bikes are getting more and more expensive. More and more expensive. Some of them have got absolutely crazy. And the young kid can't afford one of them. He can only get himself a 125 or something, or a scooty, and he can't afford them. And in fact, a lot of us older riders can't afford them either. They're too expensive. Another thing is, it's the safety issue of it. When I was a kid, I rode a bike, half the cars on the road, half the people who want to kill you, because some of them do, I've seen it, experienced it, and now the roads are clogged and whatever, with more and more people on the roads. It's not so safe. It never has been safe riding a bike. You always had that possibility of getting hurt on a bike. I don't care how safe you ride a bike, and I actually count myself as a safe rider, but I fell off a couple of times, there's no doubt about it. Once was not my own fault, and one was my fault. So yeah, you always come off a bike, so there's a safety issue for it. And if you think, when a lot of these kids, once they get their car, they get their girlfriend, they try and get a flat or try and buy a house if they're lucky, and the money is not there to put onto one of these, because this is a luxury, you know. I've got my car and I've got this. This is my hobby, or part of my hobby. This is a luxury, there's no doubt about it, and it costs me to run this, to keep it maintained and everything else. So what do you think? What do you think is keeping the youngsters off the bike scene? They're missing so much of fun and adventure if they came into it, but they just don't seem to be at the moment. And I think it's quite worrying for the future of the biking industry, because it will eventually just die out, as easy as that. So anyway, we're in Essex now. I think I'll go this way. I don't really want to go up there, because if I do, I'll go into the area that could take me back. If I went the right way to Hadley, I don't want to go. So I'm going to go this way. We're now coming into Manningtree. I love this place. I was only here last week, because this is where Amy lives now, in Manningtree. And I was only here last week and had a lovely day walking around this little town and going into a nice little cafe and having something to eat and a nice coffee, and it was superb, absolutely superb. Quirky little place. But anyway, I progress. Biking, I think we're in a bit of trouble. I really think we're in a bit of trouble, and it's going to die off. It really is. So let me know what you think, what I've said. Does it make sense or not? So that's something Andy talking about motorbikes. So there you go. This is a lovely little place, I'll tell you. It really is. It's a bit about the weather though. Pity about the weather. This is a quirky little corner, this one. Oh, the tide's out. That's a pity, because it does make it look so much better. Now we're coming into Mistley. The Mistley fawn. I always say this every time I come past. In fact, I might stop here. Oh, that wind is absolutely... Look at this, look. If you can remember when I came here before and I done a little vlog on this fence that shouldn't be here. Nobody wants it. Looks like they've got a bit of a protest going on here. They're putting chains up, look, with padlocks. You can go back and watch that one. So I would imagine this is a protest about this fence, which they will not remove. Why? I don't know. And it's all to do with local people and the dock area. The people who own this dock, they will not take this down. It was never here before, it's here now. It looks like they're having a little bit of a protest. I hope this wind is not catching this mic too much in this crash helmet, because it is howling. But look at that, eh? Old wreck over there. Oh, we can see Felixstowe from here as well, look. Wow. Right, I'm going to have a quick vape and I'll see you in a bit. Right, I've had my little break and we're going to make our way a little bit further into Essex. Man, it nearly blew you over down there. That was so windy. And this is May. My word. I hope this is not what we've got coming. That'll be miserable summer. Yes, this is the corkscrew. The corkscrew. I did some of my vlogs quite a few times, the old corkscrew. You can see how high we are up, and you fall like a stone here. I've always called it the corkscrew. Oh, they've put a restriction on it now, 40 mile an hour. It's like a never-ending corner, that one. It's got this nice twist at the bottom. Right, I'm now coming back into Mistley. I've done a big huge circle, but I'm coming back into Mistley. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how you feel about us bikers getting too old and it's dying out, no youngsters coming through, and why. I'd appreciate that. And it just leaves me to say, all ride safe, love each other, something handy.